Today I'll be breaking down the process of how I made the Consoling Knight animation. The link is in the description. First we start off by opening my browser. Don't know who put that there. Shoot, weren't meant to see that either. Finally I got my Zelda model from the GOAT of a website, Models Resource. That's where I get all my models pretty much. A nice PG model, unlike the one on Sketchfab. Don't know who opened that on my browser. Anyway, first we gotta open up Brilliant Drawings in Krita. This is where every animation starts with the story. So Calamity Ganon and Malice swarms the castle, and then Link pulls out an ocarina and he begins to play it for her to try and cheer her up, but he accidentally plays a wrong note. He thinks this is bad, but it actually goes in his favour and it cheers the princess up a little bit. After that, the princess goes up to hug Link, but during the hug a guardian attacks. Unfortunately, so far I've only made it so the guardian targets Zelda. I haven't made it so it actually attacks her yet, but that will be coming in part 2 if I do it. To be honest, I don't really know what's going on here. One of them's Link, one of them's Zelda, or maybe one of them's a guardian, I don't even know. I probably should have added a caption. And here, I'm not even trying to say it. Yeah. So, great plot, right? Yeah, I know. Now just wait till you see it in action. Fresh Blender scene, let's just select everything, especially the default cube, and delete it, because we hate the default cube. Then after a little bit of this, a little bit of that, boom! We've got the starting scene set up, with Link and Zelda looking at Hyrule Castle being swarmed by the Calamity and Malice. However, you may notice something off. If you've seen the animation already, you'll realise that the shading here looks a bit different to what's actually used in the animation. First of all, they're a different colour, because I hadn't decided to change it yet. Second of all, they don't quite look just like Breath of the Wild, like they do in the actual animation. The shader effect comes from a YouTuber called Judd, and I mean, it's just insane. I mean, there's a lot of nodes, but it's definitely really worth it, and he makes it very clear and very followable, you know. I don't know if he's come up with that all himself, but it's very impressive if he has, and you should definitely go check him out if you want to, you know, create anything like this. Or you can get it for like a $5 on his Gumroad if you don't want to do all the work because you're a lazy piece of shit. Anyway, this is what the node setup looks like. I know it's a lot, but Judd makes it, you know, really easy to follow along. Back to the animation, you can see here I've already got where Zelda's like breaking down because the kingdom has fallen. Right now you can see the scenery is very empty, it gets filled in later, but I wanted to focus on the animation first because I only gave myself a week to do this, whilst the Korok animation, which is the last animation, which I'll have linked in the description, that took like 2 months to make. Here you can see I'm just kind of focusing on the block out a bit still here, the keyframes are looking pretty minimal. Before I try and jump into the graph editor, which I've never used before, so here I use it for my first time, and I use it very briefly because I had no fucking clue what I was doing. I haven't included the importation process. I suppose if anyone is curious on how you would do that, I could include it next time or something, but yeah, because there's not much to it. So also, yes, you can see I'm listening to the Hyrule Warriors soundtracks, because I mean they're just an absolute vibe. But here you can see that Zelda's dress is truly a pain to rig, or not rig, animate. I should have probably done it in a better way. I don't really know a better way. I used like a damped track modifier so it follows her legs, like the dress follows her legs, but it was just janky and they kept going through her legs and it just didn't work. Definitely rethink that next time. It was such a pain. For this end part, I tried using the graph editor for when they're like in the hug or whatever, but I just found like it was just kind of messing everything up. I don't know how to use it properly, but yeah. I mean, look at this shit, like it's just a mess. What is that? Now, if Link's gonna be using the ocarina, I'm gonna need some sound for it. So I opened up a free music software called Soundtrap and cooked some shit up. Depending on your definition of cooked. Just the sound we need. After creating R2-D2 noises, I decided it was finally time to get ready. After that practice, I'm definitely ready to record. So let's go. After a few tweaks, this is what we end up with. And there you can hear the wrong note that you hit, as seen in my top tier storyboard. That'll be it for this video, and thank you all for watching. And also, as of editing this, I've just reached 100 subscribers, so thank you all so much for that. Please leave any suggestions in the comments of what you want to see, and I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. If you want to watch the full animation, just click the video shown on the screen here. Or you can find it in the description with my other animation, which is the Korok animation. I'd appreciate if you went and checked that out too.